Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to the ACBL YouTube channel. We have an It's Your Call, and today I am joined by Rahul. Welcome!
Hi.
Today we are joined by Rahul, who I've met from online. His main result that he's very proud of was coming third in the 10K Swiss in New Orleans in 2023 on the team of Matti, who we just had an It's Your Call with last week, Seppo and Steve Rain, who's also bridging with Steve. Go check out his channel if you haven't already. But congratulations on that win. How did it feel to come so high in a rigorous event?
That felt really good. And interestingly, I think it felt better afterwards because now that was my second nationals, and having gone to more and played in more events and just having such a solid performance with my teammates felt really good.
Yeah. And there's just a team event, like a partner winning a pairs event is also huge, or placing high in a pairs event also feels good. But there's also this additional level of camaraderie, like when a team works out, because
Absolutely.
You have two partnerships and it's a bigger group.
In so many matches, we were like, okay, we've done something silly or something didn't work out, but no, our teammates have you covered. Just trust them.
Yes. We love our teammates. We come back at the table, we think we've done bad, and then somehow they just did amazing things to make things better. Yeah. And also, like I mentioned, Rahul was partners with Matti in Phoenix, which was, I believe, what was that 2022 coming back, or was it
Fall 22?
Fall 2022. It was my first national event. It was the Kioane Swiss, I believe. We won one match and got our first platinum together, which was.
We had two matches.
Oh, we won. Wait, didn't we tie one?
No, I think it was two. I think we went to 2-6.
Even better memory. Let's go. Winning two in a national event that got us our first platinum point, which was awesome. Have you accrued any further platinum?
Yeah, in New Orleans we got 10 or so, or was it 15? Yeah, because we did okay in the open in pairs, and then we got 4 or 5 from that third place finish.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
And then I've gotten a little bit more from another Open Swiss just recently, but not very much.
Wow, outstanding. Yeah, I have a similar experience where I played in the mixed Swiss, and I basically tripled the platinum points. I now have a total of 4, but you've by far surpassed me. Another thing to mention is that Rahul has an outstanding mom. Shakti, shout out to you. You are an absolute darling. I got to play with her in the open pairs in Las Vegas. That was a lot of fun. Absolute sweetheart, befriended basically everybody in the online community. We all love her. So
she was so happy to play with you as well.
So yeah, also got to hear her life story, which was very exciting. She's a legendary biology professor.
Anatomy.
Sorry, I associate the two a lot. That's my fault. All right, I have a difficult problem for you, Rahul. Are you ready for It's Your Call?
We'll find out.
All right, let's get into it. Here is your hand. You are playing. This is a match point game at a club. Everyone is vulnerable. You are south, and your partner is the dealer. It starts out with a pass from partner, and you get a 1 spade call on your right. It's your call.
So I would prefer to bid 2 spades here. With some people, they don't like to use Michaels on this range of hand, but I've recently been converted to use it with a sort of continuous range, and also to just not use it on real trash when vulnerable, so this should be fine anyway. So yeah, I'm fine with just bidding 2 spades Michaels and hoping that it works out okay. In partners past, we probably don't have a game unless we have a good fit. Mm-hmm. But if we do, they'll know I don't have complete junk.
Yeah. And so far, I've heard that there's 2 camps of Michaels. There's this mini maxi group where you either do it with a good hand or a bad hand, and the in-between hand would bid a suit naturally, like bidding 2 hearts here instead. The other camp is like Michaels just shows 10 plus high card points, and partner is going to have to make do with what they can from that. And
yeah, especially I've moved from that first camp to the second, particularly when it's like in spades where we don't have an exit at the 2 level. Where when it goes 1 heart, 2 heart, I can be a bit lighter because now partner can play in 2 spades.
It's very difficult because we are forcing our partner to the 3 level. And we still haven't really discovered a fit, although we have described our hand very adequately. All right. So now it goes pass, and your partner bids three clubs. And first off, what do you think three clubs is from North?
So for me, three clubs is always pass or correct. By default, I assume that of three diamonds as well. I think more commonly these days people don't play it that way, but three clubs is definitely correct. And partner also doesn't have a great hand. We already know that because they're passed, but if they're at the top of their range, they might have bid two.
Yeah. And two no is basically the more forward going bid saying, tell me your
Minor.
minor, and we will see if we have a fit and see if we decide to go further. And you would do that with a stronger hand. Whereas with a three clubs or three diamonds bid in your case, it's just pass or correct saying, partner, I just want to stop at the lowest level possible. Just let me know which one your minor is, and I'm happy with it. So this should be guaranteeing something in both minors.
Yeah, on a really bad day, they have nothing but. I guess what could they even have? They could have nothing but spades, and then they'd still. But even then, they should still have like at least three cards in the minors.
So it goes pass, and it's your call. What do you do?
I pass. Not a close choice for me here. I feel like I've said my story here.
Yeah, partner told you to pass or correct, and your suit is clubs, so you just pass.
And if partner is playing that three diamonds was also pass or correct, then now three clubs even suggests that diamonds might have been better. So I'm definitely not enthused about clubs.
Right. So the style is that if you bid three clubs, you have a preference for diamonds because if you correct, partner now has another bid to describe further. Whereas if you play three diamonds as pass or correct here, then you prefer clubs because you're
that has to have clubs.
Yeah, absolutely must because you're saying, partner, if your suit is diamonds, then we should just stay in three diamonds. But if you have clubs, I'm willing to go further. That's the kind of idea, which is a similar idea to like the multi-two diamonds or if you play multi-landy with showing one long major. But it goes three clubs, it goes pass, and then we pass because clubs is our suit. And then West pops in here with a three diamonds call. And your partner bids three hearts. Now, what are you envisioning partner's hand to be?
That's interesting. So my first thought was to say 4/4 minors, but now I'm wondering, like, will they really do that, or would they pass over three diamonds if they had four of them? Because like they didn't want to play in hearts initially; they wanted to play in a minor. So I think they have honor doubleton and hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think honor doubleton and hearts. 3/3 minors, but that leaves five spades, which is a bit weird. It's not impossible. Yeah, maybe they're 4/3 minors and they just didn't want to make the more committal bid. So, yeah, they might only have four spades. That would be possible as well.
Yeah. My first instinct here as well is that this is showing honor doubleton and hearts, saying, partner, this is a viable place to play, and I don't want to let them just play in three diamonds. Because three hearts, it's still at the three level, whereas trying to go higher in a minor would be at the four level. So it's just trying to sneak out and win the contract at the three level was my impression. And I thought that there was another inference here as well, which was that partner probably doesn't have long diamonds. And if they do have long diamonds, they're bad ones. Because if they're willing to bid three hearts here, they probably have a little bit more than a minimum passed hand.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And they might be more inclined to do a penalty double if they had good long diamonds. Granted, we do have King Jack here.
The other thing is it's all vulnerable, which is a bit of an odd spot for them to stick their neck out, because passing and collecting 100 or 200 might be fine as well, and getting doubled in something could be quite bad here.
Right.
Giving up 200.
You've predicted the future here as it goes pass, pass, and then double. So at this point, you're like, uh-oh. So it comes around to you. What do you do now?
This is definitely tough. I think I want to stick with them having four clubs and three diamonds, and therefore bid four clubs.
Okay.
But I'm not very sure. And part of this might come down to, do I know my opponents? What's West going to be doing? They passed the first time and then bid three diamonds. So this sequence looks like maybe they passed because they were hoping we would play hearts, and now we did.
Yeah. They were hoping we would run back to hearts. They did it, and I think the same thing was running through my mind in this position. I also thought there was an additional factor here in that I would rather be playing in clubs than hearts because we maintain a control in the heart suit. Since we have the ace, it's more likely that if we're playing in hearts, the opponents are going to be able to rough clubs, whereas we have more control over the heart suit. And it's less likely that if we're playing in clubs, we are going to be getting roughed in hearts than the other way around.
Yeah, makes sense.
And yeah, I also was a little bit weirded out, like you said, that it seems like partner could have 4 clubs here. And I was like, if they had 4 clubs and they had a 9-card fit, why didn't they just bid 4 clubs at this point? But what hurts in trying to steal at the 2 level, I guess partner certainly could have 4 clubs, which is, I guess, is something I overlooked, and it's a good thing that you pointed that out. So if we get back to what we were talking about, it goes double, and even though it was a level higher, we both opted running to 4 clubs, which gets hesitantly doubled again. Sure, they doubled the first time, they've got to double again, right?
Yeah.
So it goes pass, pass, and to run back to 4 hearts?
No, never. Not even a thought.
Yeah. I was like, if we think this is the safer place, of course we're just going to stay in 4 clubs. So yeah. So you've replicated the auction, and lucky for you, 4 clubs makes on the layout of the hand. Because partner holds Jack 9 fourth, Queen doubleton, 4 small diamonds, and ace third of clubs. That's partner's hand. And the key thing is actually, if I show you all of the hands, I think this is absolutely hilarious.
So do I have to take a deep hook in the club suit here? I'm thinking West has shown a lot of red cards.
Yeah, it's more that everything splits for you very nicely. One moment. So this is the entire hand. And the fortunate bit about it is that
I can't go wrong with the clubs.
you can't go wrong with the clubs, nor can you go wrong with the diamonds.
Right.
When they lead the Queen of Diamonds. Because the Queen of Diamonds was the opening lead, and the Queen 10 just drops. And your 9 of diamonds and 8 of diamonds do set up. You just need to be careful with your entries. It did split favorably for you, but in the end, I think that we made the right decision here. Now, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think we read partners 3 hearts correctly. Weren't quite right about them maybe having the 4th club, but indeed they couldn't have 4 good diamonds. They had 4 mediocre ones. Yeah.
Yeah, do you think that if we gave North the Queen of Diamonds with this hand, do you think that instead, back at this point, they would have doubled maybe?
I think they might have passed.
So if you saw this double here, would you see this more as a takeout double or a penalty double?
This is a penalty double. It falls under we found our fit, right? Or at least our place to play. We were playing in 3 clubs. So since we knew where we were playing, then the double is penalty.
Okay, yeah, good rule. So, yeah, we're thinking that maybe if we added the Queen of Diamonds, you think they would pass? You don't think their hand is good enough to whack it for blood?
I'm not good enough to whack it for blood.
Okay, fair. Yeah, no, it's always spooky doubling a part score contract. I guess you just have to have completely confident agreements on what your 2 spades shows. Does it show 10 plus, or could it be a weaker hand, possibly? So, yeah. I think... Is that all? Was there anything else you've noticed about this hand that we might... Would you do the same action with the North hand? Do you think that you would bid 3 hearts, or would you still just pass 3 diamonds with the North hand?
Honestly, at this vulnerability, I would pass. I think if we weren't vulnerable, I would bid. Maybe if they weren't vulnerable, I might as well. It's a bit more tempting.
I see. What?
Because when they're not vulnerable, we don't get that much from taking them down 1 or 2. if we're trying to protect our 110 or 130 that we might have been getting in three clubs, then we need a chance to beat that.
Yeah, really good thoughts there as well, especially playing match points. You'd care a lot less if you were playing in imps.
Yeah, at imps, I'm definitely not brave enough to double at any color.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. I think that's pretty much it with this hand. I don't think there's much more we could do except for maybe possibly looking at how the auction might go differently if instead we started with two hearts call over the one spade.
Sure.
So it goes two hearts, and then our partner, the north hand,
They're probably passing that, right? I
Yeah.
don't think they have anything to say about that.
pass, and I think that the east hand might bid two spades. And at this point, do you go in with a three clubs call, or do you feel like you don't have enough to bid?
No, I don't think I have enough value.
Yeah, I agree. I would be very spooked. So we go pass.
Now, maybe that's contradictory because if we were willing to bid two spades the first time and send the auction to the three level, bidding three clubs here, it sends it to the same place and even lets them know both suits. So maybe we should be bidding three clubs.
Fair. But also, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Giving partner at the option at the three level is exactly what we're willing to do when we bid two spades. But I don't know, there's just something hardwired in my brain that makes this feel like this is stronger.
It does feel stronger.
Especially when partner has passed twice.
Yeah, and also West has passed as well. So it's not like we're competing over a fit where we probably have a fit ourselves. If West bids two spades and it goes past, then I probably would bid three clubs, and I think that would be clear.
Yeah, that's completely fair. But because we know that they have a fit, so odds are more likely in our favor that we have a fit as well.
That's it.
So when they fit, we've got a fit. That's exactly how bridge works. So it goes pass, pass, two spades. And if it goes pass, I expect that it's just going to go pass from this point on.
Yep.
It ends you up in a much safer spot. But if we bid three clubs, it goes pass. Do we think that the north hand has a call here? Because they just have a 7 count. I think they would just pass. They're just happy.
Yeah, I think they're just giving preference. Our hand is still limited because we didn't double.
Yeah. All right. This would have been a lot easier. But in the end, it is a lot less of a score. The whole point of bidding Michaels there was to get doubled and make the contract because we're so good at declare play.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well.
All right. I think we've gone over every possible scenario we ever could with this hand. Thank you, Rahul, for being here and joining me on It's Your Call and giving us all of your insights.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
And now I need to hand it off to the audience. What would you guys do with this hand? Are you a Michaels bidder or do you bid two hearts? When we come around to that dilemma of do we run from three hearts doubled to four clubs or do we just stick it out? Which one do you decide? Are you going to stay in three hearts because it's a level lower, or does four clubs seem like a safer spot? And finally, what do you do over your Michaels bids? Please let us know, because everybody has a different style. Do you play three clubs pass or correct, two no trump, to be bid your better suit, more forward going, or do you have other methods? Do you play like Rahul does with his a three diamonds pass or correct as well? Let us know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I will see you next week with another It's Your Call. Keep on bridging, everybody.